In this session, we will discuss how a group of related, heavily interacting processes run on different processors. So basically, we are going to discuss about scheduling in a distributed system. We assume that we have two processors, processor 0 and processor 1, and four processors A, B, C and D. Now process A and B are executed on processor 0 and process C and D are executed on processor 1. So we have processor 0, processor 1 and we have the processors A, B, C and D. As mentioned earlier, A and B execute on processor 0 and C and D execute on processor 1. Now each processor is time shared. Let's assume that the time shared is, or the time slice is 100 milliseconds, with A and C running in the even slice and B and D running in the odd slice. Now suppose that process A sends many messages or makes many remote procedure calls to D during time slice 0. A starts up immediately and calls up D. But whatever call is made by A to D cannot be sent immediately because the next process that will execute is C from time slice 0. Now after 100 milliseconds, process switching takes place. That means now it is the time slot of 1. And D gets the message that was sent by process A. And now D quickly replies to A. So now this particular time slot also will take 100 milliseconds for the reply to go back to A. So the net result in one message exchange is in total 200 milliseconds. So now in this case, what is needed is to ensure that the processes communicate frequently and run simultaneously. So what is the solution to this problem? The solution to this problem is something called as co-scheduling. We will see what is this co-scheduling now. Now this algorithm uses a conceptual matrix in which each column is the process table for one processor. So if we look at column 4 consists of all the processes that run on processor 4. With respect to the rows, row 3 is the collection of all the processes that are in slot 3 of some processor. Starting with the process in slot 3 of processor 0, then the process in slot 3 of processor 1, and so on. Now what is the idea behind this? The idea is to have each processor use a round robin scheduling algorithm with all the processors first running the process in slot 0 for a fixed period of time, then all the processors running the process in slot 1 for the next fixed period, and so on. So in this case, a broadcast message could be used to tell each processor when to do the process switching, so that the time slices can be synchronized. So by putting all the members of process group in the same slot number, but on different processes. The one advantage that can be obtained is n-fold parallelism, with the guarantee that all the processes will run at the same time, thereby maximizing the communication throughput. So what can be done is, you can see here slot number 3. Okay, so 4 processes that must communicate can be put in slot number 3 on processor 1, processor 2, processor 3 and processor 4 for optimum performance. What it means is, let's assume that this process from slot 4 and slot 5 from processor 2 are communicating with each other. So if there is a communication of this process from processor 1 and this process from processor 2, and this process from processor 3 and processor 4, there's some kind of communication, then they could be shifted over here. This is just an assumption if there is a communication. So this particular gaps could be occupied. So this was the idea of co-scheduling. Now how the co-scheduling could be improved. Now one suggestion was to break the matrix into rows and concatenate the rows to form one big row with k number of processes and k consecutive slots which belong to different processes. Then to allocate a new process group to slots. So to do this, we place a window of k slots wide over the long row such that the leftmost slot is always empty, but the slot which is just outside the left edge of the window is full. So if sufficient empty slots are present in the window, the processes are assigned to the empty slots. Otherwise, the window is slit to the right and the algorithm is repeated. So in this case, scheduling is done by starting the window at the left edge and moving rightwards by about one window worth per time slice, taking care that not to split the groups over the window.